Okay, alhamdulillah wahda wa salatu wassalam ala man la nabiyya ba'dahu ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam taslim kathir. Dua, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ أُدْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. And your Lord said, call me and I will answer you. And the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, الدعاء هو العبادة. Dua, calling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is a worship, or is the worship. When you say Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, and you ask for your need, and you ask Allah to forgive you, or you ask Allah to help you in your calamities, or you ask Allah to fulfill your needs, you worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First, number one, you admit Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is your Lord, and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can fulfill your needs, especially those things only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do them. Number two, you are humble, you are a slave servant to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you cannot do anything without the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything, even within your approach, and you can do them, but also you need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you with them. Even though they are within your need, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you with them. For we say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, no power except with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and our matters are being taken care by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is ibadah. It is ibadah. Dua is ibadah, and Muslim must make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. When my slave servant asks you, meaning O Messenger of Allah Azza wa Jal, when they ask you, then tell them, when they ask you, then I am so close to them, فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ, and I will answer them, meaning I close to them, they call me, I hear them, and I answer them. And by the way, I made a mistake, I said say. In several places in the Quran, there is question being asked by the Sahaba of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this, the term يسألونك, they ask you, يسألونك, they ask you. And then every time it comes يسألونك, then the answer will be tell them, قل, or فقل. يسألونك عن المحيض قل هو أذى. يستفتونك قل الله يفتيكم في الكلالة ويستفتونك في النساء قل الله يفتيكم فيهن. So every time there is يسألونك, they ask you, you tell them. When it came to dua, Allah said they ask you, He didn't say you tell them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answered straight, and we're going to talk about that later on. But here to show you, no one should be between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is not like us. So Allah doesn't need a mediator between you and Him, doesn't need a third person between you and Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Sami', Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Basir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Qadir. So of His qualities, Allah hears, and the hearing of Allah Azza wa Jal for sure is not like our hearing. So whoever is calling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, daytime or nighttime, whenever is that, and whatever is that, a person or an animal, Allah hears all of them in whatever language is that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a God, He's the Lord of al-Alameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable of answering all of them because He's Qadir, He's powerful, Jalla wa ala. So the one who has all of your needs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Actually, when you have that feeling, that's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can fulfill your needs. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do it for you, you reach a stage where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, أَمَّن يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ, who, but He, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who will answer the desperate. Who will answer, who's the desperate? Muttar. Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu explained that, and he said قالوا ما المضطر قال حينما لا ينفع إلا الله سبحانه وتعالى فذاك المضطر. The person who would know that in this situation no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would help. This is the one who is desperate. Somebody who is so sick and doctors gave up and they told him we cannot help anymore. So when he say Ya Allah, he knows very well no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who can help him. You are in trouble, and then everybody around backs away from you, and then you are alone and you are desperate when you say Ya Allah. Now this Ya Allah is different than the rest of your dua, because it is going to the only one who will help you. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is the one you are calling. Whatever your situation, you are in well-being or you are in calamity, you are doing good or you are desperate, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every time who's listening to you. Now, dua, when it goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hears it, Allah listens to it. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer it right away. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will delay the answer for some time, but He will answer. Other times Allah will decide not now, or not in this form, I will answer it in another way. So the dua, when it goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's all benefit. It's going to come back beneficial for the one who called, who made the dua. The only time this dua will not benefit when you give up, when you say, I called, but I didn't get an answer. I've been calling. We say, Ya Allah, we made dua, but there's nothing around. When you give up, and when you think that is Allah will not answer you, then He will not. Then He will not. Then you get to be patient. Your dua, inshallah ta'ala, will be answered soon or later on, or it will come in another way that will benefit you. Muslim supposed to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as long as you are a slave servant of Allah and Allah is your Lord, because Allah said وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي, your Lord is telling you to make dua. So you are in your entire life, you are abd, you are a slave servant, and you are supposed to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, we have needs, and we have needs every day and several times a day. So we are supposed to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our salat is dua itself, and every time in salat we say إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ اهْدِنَا الصِّرَاطَ الْمُسْتَقِيمَ. Guide us to the straight path. Guide us to the straight path. This is we need it. You look around this, many of us taking that for granted. But you think about it, how many people around you, whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deprived them from this guidance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave that to you. How many people around you who doesn't know about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You do. How many people around you who doesn't know about salat? They are Muslims maybe, but they are not praying. You do. How many people among the Muslims who pray, but they do not understand what they say? They're just doing it at the share of practice. You're doing that. So you pledge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ, we worship you alone. وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, we seek help from you alone, and that is through the dua. So you're doing that every day, and the first thing you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, guide us to the straight path. And of the dua of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, اللهم رب جبريل وميكائيل وإسرافيل فاطر السماوات والأرض عالم الغيب والشهادة اهدني لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. And the life of the Messenger, the day-to-day worship and ibadah, you look at it, it was all dua. Waking up from the morning, he makes dua. Doing the salat, he's doing dua. After salat, he's doing dua. Till sunrise, he's making dua. And praying duha and having his rest. And coming back to the masjid again. And during the daytime, he's making dua. So his entire day and his entire life was nothing but worship, and most of it was dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Plus, this is the tool, and the best tool you have it. You may have money and you may not. You may be in a state of well-being, but from time to time you get sick. So, ni'mah, the merits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come and go. One thing you have it all the time is your tongue, and you can use that saying, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. When the money is there, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He'll give you more. When it goes away, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will give it back. When your health is okay, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He'll keep it for you. When it goes away, you make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will return it back. So you have a tool, and you have a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is get to be everyday practice in your life, the dua. And those who are not doing dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ عَنْ عِبَادَتِي وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ, those who feel pride or who feel arrogant, not making dua. The full ayah is that, وَقَالَ, your Lord said, make dua to me, call me, I will answer you. Those who feel arrogant, and they are not answering me, they are not calling me. سَيَدْخُلُونَ جَهَنَّمَ دَاخِرِينَ. Indeed, they will be of the dwellers of Jahannam. They are going to go to Jahannam. They abide in Jahannam with humiliation. Now, honor yourself in this life by making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be humble to Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah loves this Muslim who frequently ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his needs.